Hey, I'm Terri Savelle Foy, your cheerleader of dreams. I want to talk to you today about how to build self-discipline in 5 simple words. You're going to love this. I hope you do. But I just discovered this 5-word secret to success from John Assaraf, and it's so encouraging. And I want to share the 5 areas of discipline that have impacted my life the most. Things I do every day that change my life. But first, I want to tell you about an experiment I heard on YouTube, and it's called the Marshmallow Test. So here's what happened. They took children in a room with 1 marshmallow, and they told them, they said, if you wait, don't eat the marshmallow, then you're going to get 2 marshmallows. They were just trying to see how these kids responded with delay gratification. Because they say if you can delay gratification, you are wired for success. Well, here's what they found out. 1/3 of the kids shoved the marshmallow in their mouths instantly. I can't wait, I need it now, instant gratification. The second group said, I'm going to wait, just naturally delayed gratification. The third group was interesting because they really wanted the marshmallow. They were combined, kind of like groups 1 and 2. They wanted it so bad, but they also wanted to wait for the 2 marshmallows. So they turned their chairs around, they made funny faces, they tried not to look at it. They forced themselves to wait, and they got the 2 marshmallows. So here's what they found out. Group 1, instant gratification. Group 2, naturally delayed gratification. Group 3, programmed to be group 1, but they fought with themselves until they became group 2. They resisted their natural instinct to eat the marshmallow. Well, the therapist I heard this from said what they discovered as they followed these children around for years was that groups 2 and 3 were far more successful than group 1. Tracy said, if you can train yourself to do what you should do, when you should do it, whether you feel like it or not, your success is virtually guaranteed. Isn't that interesting? Now, before I share the 5-word principle that I learned recently, I want to say a huge thank you to all of my partners. I don't want to let this opportunity pass without stopping for a moment to say thank you. My team and I pray for you every single day, and you are making such a difference. We know that partnership is a spiritual thing. It's a divine alignment. When you align yourself with the right people at the right time, the right things happen. Am I right? We're believing God this year for 1,500 new partners to join our mission. And my team was just telling me that last week, a woman who works for the post office, she came to deliver some things, and when she walked into our ministry headquarters, she just felt something. Now, we know what it was, but she said, I want to help. And she became a partner on the spot. Isn't that amazing? Well, partnership makes all the difference. So thank you, partners, for everything you do. Every single dollar makes such a difference. And I would be so honored if you would partner with our ministry and help us make a bigger impact. My dad always says that the same grace that's on that ministry comes on you. Well, I believe the grace that's on my life and ministry is discipline. Discipline to achieve your dreams. So if you're believing God specifically for more discipline in your life, partner with me. And I believe based on what the Apostle Paul said, you become partakers of that grace. So I would be honored to have you as my partner. And if that's you, go to terri.com/partner and join our team today. Okay, so back in January, I was hosting my annual Christian Success Conference called the Next Conference with Ed Milet. In fact, let's just show a picture. Because this was a dream come true having him as my guest. And the Olympic gold medalist, Carly Patterson. I got to hold the gold, the real gold, and it was so amazing. Well, I shared some of the top things I've learned from my mentors to set me up for success. Now, I want to go through some of them today, but these are areas where I had to learn to discipline myself, to delay gratification, and practice these habits every day at the start of the day. And do them without it getting overwhelming. And I found out how. Self-discipline is a vital key to your success. In fact, 2 Timothy 1:7, there's one translation says it like this. God has not given you a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of self-discipline. Well, to me, being self-disciplined is the mindset of pay now, play later. In other words, do the tough stuff first so you can play later. Invest now so you can rest later. I read a story about the actor, Dustin Hoffman, and he was talking about him and Gene Hackman and Robert Duvall. And they described what it was like for them in the early days of their careers when they were struggling. And Dustin Hoffman said, we were anything but successful actors in those days. He said he was a waiter, Gene Hackman worked at a moving company, and Robert Duvall worked at the post office. He said it was a time of terrible rejection, and they hated being rejected. He said it got to the point that they used to leave their 8x10s at the door of the casting agents, knock on the door and run just so they wouldn't have to get rejected face to face again. Well, Dustin Hoffman said it was so discouraging that he seriously considered quitting and becoming an acting teacher. But he didn't. He did what most wouldn't do. He kept paying the price, going to acting lessons, going to auditions, working late hours so he could go to auditions during the day. Well, today, as an Academy Award-winning actor, he's able to enjoy the fruit of all that labor, right? But what was he doing? He was paying now so he could play later. He was disciplining himself to pay the price now. Notice the habits these actors have. It's one that's going to change your life. I'm telling you, the pay now, play later principle will change your life. It's pay the price you need to pay today so you can enjoy tomorrow. In fact, John Maxwell wrote a book that he said he almost didn't turn in the manuscript because it's so simple. He didn't want to insult people with it. Well, it sold over 1 million copies. And it's all about value today. He said success is not a destination, it's a journey. He said if you go to college and graduation day comes and everybody's so excited for you, the president hands you your degree, the diploma, the family's taking pictures, and everyone's saying, you're successful today. He said, no, you didn't become a success the day you got your diploma. What you did was get recognized for success. He said the diploma is just recognition for what you've done the previous 4 years. You were a success freshman year when you decided not to drop out like most students. You were a success when you decided to study for exams, do the projects and the assignments. You're a success every day you make right choices. Success is a daily thing. You pay now so you can play later, right? John Maxwell says the secret of your success is determined by your daily agenda. What you want to be tomorrow, you got to do today. In fact, have you ever heard the quote that people don't decide their future? People decide their habits, and their habits decide their future. In fact, Joel Osteen said, one of the tests we all have to pass is being faithful with the mundane. He said, when you're faithful in the routine, something is happening you can't see. Your character is being developed. He said, routines of life are not exciting, but they're necessary. And then Joel said, you won't become all you were created to be without being your best when it's mundane. He said, when you're faithful on average days, then you'll see exceptional days. Well, God said, if you're faithful in the little things, He'll make you ruler over many things. See, everything in your mundane life now is preparation for a magnificent life next. Pay now, play later. I stumbled across a therapist on YouTube, and she gave some tips of the most successful people in the world. And she shared these 2 things. She said, number 1, successful people do what they don't want to do to get to where they want to be. She said Olympic athletes, they'll get up at 4 in the morning, chip the ice off their car, train in the snow. They don't love it, but they love the idea of winning the gold medal. People say, I would never do that. She said, but you're missing the point. These people do what they don't want to do to get to where they want to be. It's pay now, play later. She said her second key to success is this. You must do what you don't want to do first. I hate going to the gym. I'm doing it first. I know I need to read more. I'm going to do it first. See, when you do what you don't want to do first, you feel like a winner all day long. And she told a story about a client, a famous celebrity she worked with who was massively overweight, and she told him, you've got to work out. He said, I'm too big to work out. She said, you can walk around your neighborhood. He said, I can't. I'm too famous. I can't walk around Beverly Hills. She said, okay, do it in the middle of the night. So at 4 a.m., he would get his shoes on and just go for a walk. He never said, oh, I love this. This is so amazing. He said, no, I'm going to do what I don't want to do, and I'm going to do it first. He lost 200 pounds. Pay now, play later, right? When we come back, I want to share the 5 areas of discipline that have helped me so much and 5 words to help you get discipline. It's not as hard as you think when you apply these 5 words. Watch this.
Are you ready to embark on a journey that will lead you to fulfill your purpose? Picture this, a divine plan intricately designed for you and you alone. And to help you step into your destiny, Terri is offering her inspiring Live Your Dreams 90-Day Devotional, along with the one-of-a-kind My Personal Dreams and Goals Notebook. This transformative package is your key to renewing your mind, prioritizing your goals, and embracing each day as an opportunity to live out your calling. Don't let this opportunity pass. Seize it today by calling toll-free 1-800-795-5597 or visiting us online at terri.com. Act now and embrace the daily dose of inspiration, encouragement, and motivation that awaits you. Your fulfilling future is just a call or click away. Don't delay. Take the first step towards an extraordinary life. Call or visit us online to request your copy of the Live Your Dreams 90-Day Devotional with My Personal Dreams and Goals Notebook. Unleash your potential, step into your purpose, and live your dreams.
Well, I'm so excited about our special offer we put together, and this is our last week to offer this special package. It's my 90-day Live Your Dreams Daily Devotional. Now, I wrote this to give you a quick boost of faith every single morning, which you're going to learn is one of the 5 habits that changed my life. It's not reading 3 hours or 3 chapters or 2 pages. It's 2 minutes. But this simple habit right here will improve your mindset at the start of the day. You know, they say 90% of success is from the chin up. This will get your mindset in the right direction in less than 2 minutes. And then the Personal Dreams and Goals Journal is one of our best-selling products of all time. This little spiral notebook right here has helped thousands of people, including me, get serious about your dreams and goals. And there's a place for you to put pictures and images of what you're believing God for. Just doing this right here proves you're serious. You're not wishing things will get better. You're not hoping things will change. No, you're committed. You're disciplined to pray over this dream. So we combine these 2 resources that would normally be $40, and we reduce the price to $30. And again, this is our last week to offer this package at the special price. So just call the number on the screen or go online to terri.com and we'll ship it to you today. Okay, the 5 habits that I practice every day that transform my life. Number 1 is to journal your prayer time. You know, Jeremiah 30 verse 2 says to write all the words I've spoken to you in a book. This practice right here of hearing God speak to me and write what I hear in prayer, it started by hearing clean your house, but it led to go to France, write a book, start an event called icing. It's time to leave the nest, start a ministry. See, practicing hearing God's voice in the little things will prepare you to hear Him in the big things. Just start writing whatever comes up in your spirit. And that's why in your devotional, I left a spot for you to write your own thoughts and what you feel God is speaking to you with each devotion. I'm telling you, it's going to give you the direction you've longed for. Number 2 is be a lifelong student. How? Read something every single day. You know, they say if you stop growing, everything stops growing. Your career, your income, your organization, your ministry, your opportunities. In fact, Jim Rohn said it like this. He said, your money will only grow to the extent you grow. Zig Ziglar said, if you'll just read 20 minutes a day, you will have read 18 more books than the average American reads in 1 year. He said that will give you a colossal advantage in your field. You know, I love this about Ralph Waldo Emerson and Henry David Thoreau. They were good friends, and every time they would meet up after they hadn't seen each other in a while, their first question was, what have you learned since we last met? Isn't that amazing? So make you and your growth a priority every day, even if it's 2 pages. Number 3, speak positive words over yourself. You've probably heard me say, if you want to know where your life is headed, listen to the words that are coming out of your mouth. See, God's word says you will also decree a thing and it will be established unto you. Let me tell you a story real quick. This was about Lisa Nichols. She was diagnosed as clinically depressed in 1998. And she said, clinically depressed? That didn't make sense. She'd never been through anything like that. But you have to understand what she'd been through. Her fiance was bipolar. He stopped taking his medication. One day he threw her 3 feet across the room. He choked her until she passed out. Well, when she finally got out of that relationship, she said, I was just different. Something changed in me. Well, her mom insisted she go to the doctor. And as she's sitting there on the table, the doctor came back, handed her a prescription, and she said, Lisa, you're clinically depressed. Lisa said, what? She read the prescription and it said Prozac with her name on it. She thought, this doesn't make sense. My name with Prozac on it? She said, doctor, do you mean I'm sad? The doctor said, very, very sad. She said, can I just try something? Now, I'm not recommending that you stop taking medication unless your doctor agrees. But she said, I want to try something. The doctor said, okay, you can try something, but I have to see you in 30 days. So she said she went home and every day she got in front of the mirror and she just drilled herself with I am. I am a child of God. I am confident, courageous. I am victorious in everything I set my hand to. Because she said she had forgotten who she was. Every day for 25 minutes, she just went over the I ams. Well, she went back 30 days later and she said she was just on fire, just talking. The doctor said, wait a minute, I got to stop you. She said, what are you taking? Can I have some? It was just speaking positive, faith-filled words out of her mouth. I want you to think of your desired outcome. Open up your dream book and speak it out. You know, I started this habit in 2007. I made a list of positive affirmations that were the opposite of who I was at the time. I'm confident. I'm courageous. I'm qualified by God. And every time I spoke it out, I believed it even more. Okay, number 4 is to write and review your dreams and goals. And you know by now that writing your dreams and goals is a clear key to success. Now, if everyone seems to agree on this, then why are only 3 out of every 100 adults writing their goals on paper? But the 3% who do this are more successful than the 97% combined. Isn't that crazy? And it came from God's word. He said, write the vision, make it plain. So years ago when I started doing this, I had never truly given myself permission to dream. So I just started writing my dreams. And I remember laughing because they looked so ridiculous. One of them, you've heard some of this, was to have my very own conference with a theme. And, you know, you've heard the story. My coworker gave me a picture of Joyce Meyer's conference, and I chopped off Joyce's head, put my head on top, and I said that women come from all over the world to my conference. I wrote a vision of me speaking at conferences with people I respect and admire. And I put like Christine Kane, Lisa Bevere, John Maxwell, Paula White, Les Brown. I named all my heroes and I put my little face on a flyer. I just made this up, but I looked at it every single morning before I ran out the door. I Googled one day, I said, what is the largest church in America? And Lakewood Church popped up. So I printed out a picture of the Lakewood Church with the sign and I said, I'm invited to speak at Lakewood Church. What was I doing? I was getting an image of where I want my life to go. See, here's the key. We move towards what we consistently see. Now, the key word is consistently see. Well, I wish I had more time to teach you this, how to write your dreams and goals, but every single dream I wrote began to manifest. Here I am hosting the icing event. Women came from all over the world. Here I am speaking with people I respect, every one of those heroes. Here I am invited to speak at Lakewood Church, having to fight back the tears because it was a dream come true. Well, my question for you is, what are you moving towards? What are you looking at? What's in your heart to do? What are some of your goals? Remember, if it's not on paper, it's a vapor. If you can't see your vision, you're not moving towards it. Okay, the 5th one I want to share real quick is schedule alone time with God. Maybe you struggle to find time for your most important priorities and habits that are going to cause growth. You don't even know when you can actually do everything I listed today. If any of this sounds like you, I have a solution. It's called a calendar. See, scheduling things on your calendar is not about getting more things done. It's about getting the right things done. They say your calendar and your checking account are the best indicators of your priorities. So start scheduling time on your calendar to be alone with God. Because if we don't put all these little habits on the calendar, it's not going to happen. And then we wonder why we're not changing and growing and improving. Stephen Covey said, don't prioritize your schedule, schedule your priorities. What gets scheduled gets done. Okay, I want to share the 5 words that help me get all this done. Because you might be going, Terri, it's so much, it's overwhelming, and then you don't do any of it. So let me give you this 5-word tip. Here it is. Reduce it to the ridiculous. Reduce it to the ridiculous. In other words, start small. Give yourself one simple command. Could you read one devotional that takes 1 to 2 minutes a day for 90 days? Yes. Could you speak one positive declaration over yourself every day for 90 days? Yes, you could do it while you're driving. Reduce it to the ridiculous. Could you journal one thought in prayer? Could you invest 5 minutes in prayer with God? Yes. Could you quickly just look at your dreams and goals before you run out the door? Of course. Reduce it to the ridiculous. And why 90 days? Because they say it takes 21 days to create a new habit and 90 days to create a lifestyle. We can do this. Everything I just listed, you can do it. The question is, will you do it? Let me tell you this real quick. John F. Kennedy asked Dr. Wernher von Braun what it would take to land a man on the moon and bring him safely back home. And you know what he said? The will to do it. It's a pretty simple answer for such an enormous question, but the will to do it has a lot of power. Pay now, play later. Okay, so I want to help you this week develop discipline in your life by reducing it to the ridiculous until it becomes a lifestyle. So again, this is our last week to offer this special package at this price. You're going to get your very own 90-day devotional, Live Your Dreams. These stories are going to build your faith and inspire you to stay focused, stay in prayer, stay committed to see your dream come to pass. And like I said, I left room after each devotional for you to journal your thoughts. Like, what do you feel God is stirring in your spirit? Just start writing it down. And I'm telling you, when you start this simple habit, you'll doubt yourself at first, but then you'll go back and reread what you wrote, and you'll be amazed at how clearly God was speaking to you. Plus, you're going to love having your own dreams and goals journal to fill up with your goals. This right here is going to become such a precious tool to help you stay focused and get clear on what you really want. And 1 year from now, you're going to look back at this and be amazed at what God has done in your life. Because we get testimonies all the time of people sharing their results. Well, I believe you are next. So, this is our last week to offer this package. Instead of $40, you get it for only $30. Get yours today by going online to terri.com or call the number on the screen and we will ship it to you today. And I want to say thank you for watching today. Thank you for investing your time to be with me today to stir up your faith. And I want to ask you again, if this ministry has helped you, if you've been encouraged, if you feel like you're getting a little more focused on your dreams and goals, I want to ask you to be a partner with me. You know, like I said before, my dad's the one who taught me that when you become a partner, you become partakers of that grace. Well, I'm a partner with my dad, Jerry Savelle, because I want that favor that's on his life on my life. I'm a partner with Jesse Duplantis because the joy that's on his life, I want that on my life. I'm a partner with Kenneth Copeland because the prosperity message that he taught the body of Christ, I want that on my life. Well, I believe the anointing on this ministry is discipline. Discipline to achieve the dreams God put in your heart. So if you're believing to take your life to a new level in the area of discipline, then partner with me today. Just go to terri.com/partner and our team would be so honored for you to join with us. Help us make a bigger impact around the world. And I'm telling you, you will have a team up here praying for you, cheering you on, believing in you. So if that's you, if you feel like God's speaking to you, sometimes we've just never thought about it. So if that's you, join our team today. And I want to say thank you so much for watching. And remember, I am cheering you on to live your dreams.
Are you ready to embark on a journey that will lead you to fulfill your purpose? Picture this: a divine plan intricately designed for you and you alone. And to help you step into your destiny, Terri is offering her inspiring Live Your Dreams 90-day devotional, along with the one-of-a-kind My Personal Dreams and Goals notebook. This transformative package is your key to renewing your mind, prioritizing your goals, and embracing each day as an opportunity to live out your calling. Don't let this opportunity pass. Seize it today by calling toll-free 1-800-795-5597 or visiting us online at terri.com. Act now and embrace the daily dose of inspiration, encouragement, and motivation that awaits you. Your fulfilling future is just a call or click away. Don't delay. Take the first step towards an extraordinary life. Call or visit us online to request your copy of the Live Your Dreams 90-day devotional with My Personal Dreams and Goals notebook. Unleash your potential, step into your purpose, and live your dreams.
I want to ask you to help me with something very important. At our ministry, we are committed to many outreaches, but something that is so close to my heart is the work we do rescuing women out of human trafficking. You may not know my story, but after I was violated as a young girl and dealt with horrible insecurities and deep shame, I made it my mission to help young women. So each year we provide funds for local safe houses to give shelter and resources to young women. Not only that, but we've actually gone into clubs in some of the roughest parts of America where exotic dancers are actually being trafficked. And I'm telling you, going into these dark places, it pushes me out of my comfort zone. But when I look these precious girls in the eyes and tell them face to face how valuable they are to God, it impacts their life and mine. Well, all of this is possible because of our amazing monthly partners. Would you become a monthly partner with our ministry and help me fight against this demonic attack on young girls? Visit terri.com/partner or call the number on the screen today.
Make plans now to be a part of the 2023 Faith Building event with Terri Savelle Foy, along with Bill Winston, Lisa Osteen Combs, Brett Price Jr., Richard Roberts, Pat Harrison, and George and Terry Pearsons. It's a day dedicated to build your faith for the big dreams God's given you, especially if you're believing for breakthroughs with houses, land, properties, or to be debt-free. And when you register for this free live stream event, be sure to send in your faith-building prayer requests and your seed to be prayed over in the live studio. It's all happening Tuesday, November 14th. Register today at terri.com and join us for this free, one-of-a-kind virtual faith-building event. This special day is more than just inspiration. It's about transformation. You'll receive biblical insights and practical steps to take your faith to the next level. Remember, your faith can move mountains. See you on November 14th.